Good evening all. I'm Aditi Lama with the Monday night edition of South Asian News, Vision of Asia. We are coming to you from our studio in New York City. Welcome to the show. Hope you all had a great weekend and a safe one. Let's begin the episode taking a look at the coronavirus pandemic and its impact. The world has surpassed 219 million cases of COVID-19 with more than 4 million deaths. Here in the United States, we are at more than 41 million COVID-19 cases and at least 660,000 deaths. Cases are rising across the nation where hospitals have been filling up with unvaccinated COVID-19 patients. Many companies and other entities are now initiating vaccine mandates for federal workers, students, and in everyday public life. Meanwhile, today, CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky said that the agency is working with urgency on COVID-19 vaccine for younger children and are hoping to have these children under 12 vaccinated by the end of this year. This comes as many schools have reopened in-person learning. On this, coming back with a mask and vaccine mandates, the largest school system in the country has returned to classes here in New York City for the first time in 18 months. Here's to hoping that the students, teachers, and staff remain safe and healthy. If your child is back in school, please write to us on events@itvgold.com and we will share your story. With that, it's now time to take a look at the headlines coming in tonight, covering much on South Asian culture. Here are the headlines. Launch of Hollywood to Himalayas, a journey of healing and transformation, featuring Indian Minister Meenakashi Lekhi, Indian Consulate, New York. Project Life distributes equipment and kits through underserved women in Gujarat, India. Gujarat Gaurav Fan Club presents 5th annual kite flying at the Union Beach in New Jersey. It's time for a short break on Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Welcome back, I'm Aditi Lama and this is Vision of Asia, Monday night episode of South Asian News. Let's take a look at non-profit Project Life, a worldwide acclaimed humanitarian service organization with 40 years of experience in service. Located in Rajkot City, Project Life works all over the Indian state of Gujarat in services such as providing high-quality safe blood, along with interventions such as health awareness, wellness, thalassemia prevention, and the empowerment of underserved communities in rural India. As a response to the COVID-19 pandemic, Project Life has launched a host of measures and initiatives to provide COVID relief to the hardest hit areas in Gujarat and elsewhere in India. A big focus of this effort has been to empower women and children of India in need. Project Life has provided economic relief to these women by giving them work such as of stitching face masks and other vocational jobs to uplift them and their families. Recently, a virtual event was hosted by Project Life in which it distributed equipment and kits to more than 200 women of Gujarat. Here is the story. South Asian communities across the nation are finally now coming together at events and programs with COVID-19 protocols attached, presenting a look into South Asian culture and heritage. A huge focus of many South Asian organizations and non-profits here in the US has now become bringing back glimpses of South Asian traditions and occasions into everyday lives and to promote a platform to engage and embrace one's identity, especially amongst the younger generation of our diverse communities. Recently on this, and to highlight Gujarati culture, the Gujarat Gaurav fan club held its 5th Indian kite flying event. The kite flying took place at the popular Union Beach in New Jersey, and many shared their excitement with ITV Gold. The Gujarat Gaurav fan club follows and supports Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his efforts in the government. Here is the story.
I am so happy to be here on the Kite Festival. I have known Shailesh for since 2005, and he has become such a good friend that I always come to his kite event and always support him. He is one of the most genuine person I have met in New Jersey. I originally used to live in Baltimore, but I just moved to New Jersey because of people like Shailesh and other people whom I have met since 2006. And I especially thank ITV and of course, the biggest part is the kite event. And today also there are at least 50 kites in the sky. And people are thoroughly enjoying it, and so am I. Thank you so much.
Hello and greetings from Camp Patel, Kamlesh Patel. Excellent event going on here in Union Beach. Thanks to Shailesh Bhai. And in fact, when 5 years back, Shailesh Bhai talked that he is starting up this event. We went out and we have been working on since 5 years, and the organization is Gujarat Gaurav Fan Club, which we started up 5 years back, and he has been doing it so dedicatedly that everybody enjoys it, and everybody knows, we miss kite flying. And since last 2 years, it has been very difficult to even go to Gujarat. People who even go in January for kite flying in Uttarayan. So, वो सब मुरादें यहाँ पूरी होती है. पतंग उड़ाना जिंदगी का एक हसीन शौक है. सबको मज़ा आता है, and this is something which people are enjoying. Thank you very much for covering this event. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Mahendra Patel from Livingston, and here's my friend John Morrison.
Hi, I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for the Indian Cultural Society for presenting this fine event. I'm learning for the first time how the difference between Indian kite flying and United States, U.S. kite flying. I'm learning slowly, but thank you.
This is my first time here, but I know this festival is being done every year for the past 5 years. But I'm glad to take part in this. And I wanted to introduce John into what's kite flying all about, as it is a very big occasion in India on January 14th every year. So I wanted to let him know how the kites are flown and how you fight and try to cut each other's flight.
Hi, I'm Nitin Patel. Thank you for inviting me for the Kite Festival. We are participating in the Gujarat Gaurav Kite Festival, and it is a really fun event. In this type of a difficult time, this is good to entertain and good to be entertained and keep the mood up and I enjoy playing flute. Flute is my passion. I can play a lot of instruments. Right now I'm not playing any instruments, so yeah, sure, that's fine.
I'm here today to attend the Kite Festival. My name is Mahendra Patel. This is my hobby, flying a kite. Particularly India, it is a festival during the month of January. Here we gather to enjoy the kite flying. I am here and I enjoy the event.
हाय माय नेम इज़ फैज़ान. मैं आज 20 साल बाद पतंग उड़ा रहा हूँ. अंकल आपका नाम क्या है? शैलेश अंकल की मेहरबानी है, उनके कारण मुझे पतंग उड़ाने मिला और बहुत मज़ा आ रहा है. मैं मेरे बच्चे के साथ आया हूँ यहाँ पे. मेरा बच्चा थोड़ा बाहर गया है कुछ खाने पीने. और ये मेरी पतंग है येलो वाली. मेरी पतंग शुरू में बहुत काटी, 5-6 पतंग किसी ने काटा और मुझे तो स्टार्टिंग में वो सूतर बांधते हैं पतंग में, वो भी बांधना नहीं आ रहा था, नॉट. एंड देन बचपन याद आ गया. बचपन का याद करके थोड़ा सा गूगल करके मैंने फिर वापस देखा सूतर कैसे बांधते हैं. फिर पतंग उड़ी और मैंने 5-6 पतंग काटी और अभी एक और काटी, वो देखिए.
I welcome ITV for this promoting and shooting this interview and taking care of the people on the beach. And thank you to Sudhir Parvik, Dr. Sudhir Parvik. You and your team are very, very helpful for shooting this event. And this is my 5th Indian kite flying event. And I have almost close to 300 plus people have come for this event.
It's now time for another short break on Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community. We'll be right back. And welcome back. I'm Aditi Lama and this is Vision of Asia South Asian News segment. As the Security Council convened in the United Nations, the Consulate General of India in New York hosted a special event highlighting the security that comes from people's faith. The special confluence of faith, culture, and leadership saw leaders from the United Nations, the Indian government, and from interfaith communities all coming together to celebrate the power of faith in spirituality. Highlight of the event was the launch of the book titled From Hollywood to Himalayas, A Journey of Healing and Transformation, written by Sadhvi Bhagwati Saraswati. The book describes the journey of American-born Sadhvi Bhagwati Saraswati and the unexpected way her life was transformed 25 years ago when she traveled to India with a backpack. The book celebrates enlightenment in faith and spirituality, which has led Sadhvi to do meaningful international work as a faith leader. Launching the book was Honorable Indian Minister of State for External Affairs and Culture, Srimati Meenakashi Lekhi, who expressed much enthusiasm and support. Here is the story which also saw ITV Go's chairman Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh.
This morning, we had a yoga session led by Honorable Minister. Yesterday, we had a session with the community where Honorable Minister spoke about India's civilizational march, India's vibrant democracy, and now we have this event anchored in knowledge and wisdom of India. There is an underlying thread in all the three events, and that thread is the Indian thought. The thought of spirituality, of togetherness, of kindness, and the world being one family. So with that, I once again warmly welcome you, and I seek the blessings of Pujya Swamiji and all our elders, distinguished elders, to bring peace and prosperity for one and all. Thank you very much.
Renowned leaders coming together to share how faith is the power that heals us, that transforms us, and that can heal and transform our communities and our world. And I feel so blessed and so honored that through sharing my story in my memoir, that I was able to be an instrument of bringing this event to happen. And I look so forward to hearing all of your thoughts and reactions to the book and how it allows you to find healing and transformation in your life as you shift from a way of thinking, the Hollywood way of thinking, to the Himalayan way of thinking that is our culture and our heritage and our Sanskriti.
There's a separation. The separation of borders, separations of barriers, of so many separations. These barriers and boundaries has to be broken. Country, maybe they can have their borders, barriers, but in our heart, we should not have these barriers and boundaries. Number one. Number two, as I said earlier, that yes, there is a virus in the air, but there should not be virus in our hearts, in our minds. And to me, if fear is virus, the faith is vaccine. Faith is vaccine. Let the faith take over and fear will disappear. That's the spirit of India. Thank you.
It was a great privilege today to be able to witness a number of powerful leaders from the faith community and from the political communities, able to speak to the power of faith in overcoming the challenges of today. We are living through a time when the whole world is deeply worried, deeply fearful, and deeply insecure. To be able to listen to some of our leaders, especially our faith leaders, Swamiji, Chitanand and Sadhviji, Bhagavati Saraswati, and Her Excellency, the Minister of State, to be able to hear them speak so powerfully and yet so simply.
End of the day, what is it that we are looking for? I think peace. What is it that we are running after? I think the grace. And everything else is such a charade that let's move on to the right path, be the instrument in the hands of our faith, God, divinity, spirituality, whatever word you may use, but be the instrument which God can use for doing the right things. And that's what I pray for, and I'm sure everyone prays for the same. With these words, thank you all for being here. And I know this is going to be a bestseller. And I have full faith that this is going to transform many lives and bring peace to many lives. People who are still searching for peace, they should know that how change in faith can bring peace, and how certain faiths which are monotheistic in their origin and monotheistic in their believe in only one way of life. How can that be? If mankind has so many manifestations, each one will manifest itself differently. As long as there is unity of consciousness, let everybody blossom. Thank you very much.
Sahana vavatu Sahanau bhunaktu sahaviryam karavavahai तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय शान्तिः शान्तिः
Well, with this, we wrap up our show for the night. Please send us your suggestions and get your voices and organizations on our show. Email us on events@itvgold.com or follow us on our Facebook handle @itvgold. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch many of our popular shows for free. Thank you for joining us tonight from Queens, New York. This is Vision of Asia, and I'm Aditi Lamba. Take care and be well.